So, there's a very loud plane outside my window. I'm just gonna wait one moment before I start talking. Hi! How have you been? It's been so long, like 2 weeks since NaNoWriMo ended. Wow, that's 2 weeks. A lot can happen in 2 weeks. That's half of NaNoWriMo! You know, November was really busy for me, like with the writing and the vlogging and just general busyness. So it took me these 2 weeks to like recuperate from all that productivity. And also, I had a lot of Zelda to play. That's just how it is. But I figured I should vlog. I was gonna post a vlog like a couple days after NaNoWriMo, but I just kept putting it off and putting it off. And I actually have a vlog that I filmed during NaNoWriMo that I just haven't edited yet to put up. So, more vlogs coming soon. Maybe we'll see what's up. Depends on how quickly I beat Zelda. Okay, I printed out my manuscript, The Island. I printed it out. And I think I did something weird with formatting because it printed out a lot of pages. Like it's in 13-point font and double spaced, but like, should this is really 50,000 words? Look at it! I could use this for white balance. In the computer, before formatting, it's 50,000 words. It was like 160 pages, but when I printed it, it ended up being 280 pages, which, you guessed it, is a lot of pages. This many pages. God, I could kill someone with this. Like, this would hurt you if I hit you with it. But I wouldn't do that because, like, I need this. It's important. So, also, why would I hit you? That's kind of mean. Did you do something to piss me off? You can tell me. I won't hit you. Not with the manuscript anyways. Might throw something else at you. So yeah, this is the island. I'll print it out and hefty. Oh. So here's the island. And I'm not going to look at it on my computer until I'm done on paper. And what I do on paper is I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna make notes on every single scene. Like every single chapter. There's 27 chapters because of the 9 block 3, 3, 3, 27. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. If not, watch my other videos and then it'll become very clear. Or not, because I'm not usually that clear. Anyway, I have a revision plan and it goes a little something like this. I'm going to go through this and make lots of little notes on all the scenes about settings and anything that's supposed to happen that doesn't happen, and just basically go through and figure out what each scene needs. I want to go through and make a list of all the characters, write down all their appearances, anything I know about the characters. I have this like more in-depth method of doing this, but I'll get into that later. This is just the preliminary telling you guys my plans vlog. You know. Maybe you know. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, I'm going to go through and I'm going to like really fully develop all of the characters separately from the story. Like just write down all the information about the characters so I have it somewhere. And not all of that information will make it into the story, but I'll have it to reference. And I'm going to do the same thing with settings. Every setting I'm going to, you know, write a paragraph or two, couple paragraph page, I don't know, it depends on the setting, describing like everything about the setting, everything about Nicholas's room, everything about Nicholas's house, everything about the ship, everything about any setting that the characters are in, like just descriptions and focusing on the senses, you know, sights, smells, sounds, taste, textures. Those are the 5 senses, right? I think so. Yeah, just focusing on that. And so I have all the settings fully developed before I really get into revising. Because then, you know, I'm writing a scene in Nicholas's room. I just reference my handy little sheet that describes Nicholas's room in great detail. And I pick a few key points to include in the scene so the reader kind of gets an idea of Nicholas's bedroom. Thumbs up! Ha! Characters, settings, what was the other thing I was gonna do? Oh yeah, world building. I have to go through and like make a whole long description chart, I don't know, graph, something about the world and like the laws of the magic and probably a timeline of the history of the island and all this other stuff. So, characters, settings, world building. So that's the 3 things. And the 4th step of my revision plan is something that I call scene snapshots. And that is where I go through each chapter and I choose like a couple of moments that I think really illustrate what the chapter is about. Like if you were to take a snapshot of the first chapter, just like one single picture that was going to sort of illustrate the chapter, and then you go through and you describe every little thing about that snapshot. For example, the island opens up with Nicholas standing on the edge of the island and looking out over the ocean. So that is where I start with snapshot number 1. And I just try to picture it in my head, you know, Nicholas standing on the cliffside looking over the ocean, and I write down and describe everything about that snapshot. And then I do a couple snapshots for each chapter, writing down all of it, and those are just like the important moments that I really want to be vivid and really descriptive. That's what I do for the snapshots, which, you know, is kind of whatever. You're bothering me. So yeah, that's my little 4-step revision plan. I'm going to, well, I guess 5 steps. 5 steps. 5-step revision plan. 1, go through the manuscript and mark it up with notes about what's missing, what I still need to do. Step 2, develop all the characters. Step 3, develop all the settings. Step 4, develop all the world building. And step 5, figure out the key moments of each chapter and really describe those and make them really vivid. So, that was concise. That was especially concise for me. Once I have all this done, I think it'll be really easy to just jump in and start revising a chapter at a time, because anytime I get stuck on something, I can just reference all these piles of information that I will have. And, you know, I think that'll help. Not everything that I write down for all this development is going to make it into the story, but it's still important to know for the author, for me in this case, or you, if you're doing it for your own story. Thumbs up. I don't know. So, yeah, how have you guys been doing after NaNoWriMo? How is your story coming along? Have you started revisions yet? Or are you just, like, being lazy like I was? Because I printed this out today. Like, this is the most work I've done on the island. Though, I do have a small confession. I kind of started a new story. Like, I didn't mean to, but a couple days after NaNoWriMo, I had this old story idea, and something about it just clicked, and I was like, oh my god, that's perfect. That's how to fix this old story idea. And so I wrote like 10,000 words on it. So I guess the last 2 weeks weren't completely unproductive, but, you know, that's not the story I'm supposed to be working on. Do you guys ever do that? Do you ever, like, intend to work on one story, but then this other shiny new idea is like, hey, come work on me. And you're like, why am I talking to my hand? No one knows. Anyway. I feel like I'm ready to jump into the revision process with my revision plan. And then in January, I have another revision plan, but I'll tell you guys about that later. I have lots of plans. I plan everything. And it usually doesn't go according to plan. And it's usually my fault. I'll be like, I'm gonna get so much done today, I'm gonna do this and this and this and this and this. And then I'm like, or I'm gonna play Zelda. Yes, that is a better plan. Sign me up. And then I play Zelda. And I don't actually sign up for anything, because you don't need to sign up for anything to play Zelda. You just play it. Anyway, I hope your revisions are going good, or your writings are going good. I just hope everything is going good for you. Here's some thumbs for more goodness in your life. Okay, bye!